The Lost Letter. In a small, quiet town, there lived an elderly woman named Mrs. Eliza. She had spent her entire life waiting for a letter that never came. Years ago, during the war, her fiancé James had promised to write to her every day. But as the days turned into weeks and then months, no letters arrived. Every morning, Eliza would walk to the post office, hope gleaming in her tired eyes. She believed with all her heart that one day a letter from James would finally appear. The townspeople knew her story, and they watched with heavy hearts as she clutched her empty mailbox day after day. Decades passed, and Eliza grew old, but she never stopped waiting. Even as her hands grew frail and her steps slower, she made that same walk, holding on to a love that had long faded from everyone else's memory but hers. One cold winter morning, the postman, a kind man named Mr. Harris, noticed an old, dusty letter tucked behind a shelf in the post office. It was addressed to Eliza, dated many years ago. His heart sank as he realized it was the letter she had been waiting for all these years. Rushing to her house, Mr. Harris knocked on her door, only to be met with silence. A neighbor, seeing his distress, informed him that Eliza had passed away in her sleep the night before. With trembling hands, Mr. Harris placed the letter on Eliza's table, tears streaming down his face. She had waited her whole life for that letter, but it had come just a day too late. The words of love and promises from James remained unread, a tragic reminder of a love that had endured time, distance, and sorrow. And so, the letter remained on her table, a symbol of lost time and the enduring hope of a heart that never gave up, even when the world had moved on.